Hello, this tutorial will show you how to access the Bridges Math curriculum, especially the homework pages for students in 4th grade at Eastwoods Elementary School. So what you're going to need to do first is start by navigating to google.com, which is pretty standard, and then you're going to come up here to the sign-in bar. Sometimes if you're already logged into Google, it will have your logo there or a letter there or a face there, and I'm going to recommend that you sign out of everybody just to make your life easier with this process. So you'll see all of my accounts right now are signed out. So what you're going to need to do for this first way I'm going to show you is you're going to need to have your student log in to their Google account, their school Google account, and they all know how to do this. They all have one. They do it almost every day. So what you're going to do, if it's not already on this list, some of them might have already logged into your computer and you might see their account. You're already ready to go. You can sign in. If they've never signed in before, you're going to click Use Another Account. And then they all have a 5-digit code, which hopefully you're familiar with too. If not, ask them. They'll tell you what it is. But they have a 5-digit code that they should be using for everything, including their email. Their lunch code is this code, so they use it quite a bit. So I'm going to use our generic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just so you can kind of see what this looks like. And then everybody's email is at hudson.k12.oh.us. You don't have to capitalize Hudson. That was just, my computer was on capitals, sorry. So this is the email that they'll use. Now these 5 digits will be different for your child. Your child has a unique 5-digit code, so you're going to need to ask them what their code is. Then when I go to next, it's going to ask me for my password. So your child's password is their birth date. To make it really easy for you and for them, we made it their birth date. It does include the slashes, so it's 2 digits slash 2 digits slash, and then there's variations on the years. Sometimes it's 2 digits, so if they're born in 2008, it would be 08. Sometimes it's 4 digits. It just kind of depends. Your child should know which one works with their Google account, so again, ask them, or you can just try both. But it's your child's password. So you're going to go ahead and log in to their account. So I'm going to log you into my account so you can see what I'm talking about. So once you get past that and you're logged into your child's Google account, otherwise this won't work. So make sure you're logged into your child's Google account. You're going to come up here to what we call the tic-tac-toe board. You're going to click the tic-tac-toe board, and one of their apps that you should see is Classroom. It might not be here. I moved mine around. But you're going to look for this symbol right here. Go ahead and click Classroom. And then once you get to the Classrooms page, you'll see all of the classes that they're enrolled in here at Eastwoods. So I'm just going to pick one of my teams right now. Your child will only have one math class with me, so you're going to want to click their class. So we'll go ahead and pick this class. And you'll see when you log in on this home page right up front is your Home Connections page. So this is where you would access the workbook if you need it. And you just pop it open and it'll pop right up. And then your child should have the homework listed in their planner. If they forgot to write it down or for some reason they don't have it that day, you can always get it on Bloom's. But all of the homework is listed here for you. Just a quick note, the numbers on the pages do not match the numbers of the PDF, only because there's some title pages at the top of the PDF, so this is technically page 1 of the PDF, but they don't label it that way in the book. So don't just print if the homework's page 91, 92, don't just print 91, 92. You're going to want to figure out what the actual page is. So it's usually, I think it's 4 pages after, so 66 to 70, 4 or 5. But you can print it that way. Or your students can just write down, you don't have to print this, they can just write down the questions and solve them on loose leaf paper. That way you don't have to mess with the printer. So that's one place to find the homework for your kids. The other way, and there's more information here, is if you go to the Hudson website. Now I'm going to preface this by saying to find my information, you need to have a Hudson account. And to do that, all you need to do right here at the top of the Hudson website is click Register. And then it'll ask you some questions and get you submitted in there. Many of you probably have access to this. In fact, I think all of you do because you need it to get to the Home Access Center. So you probably have a login to get on the Hudson City Schools website. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose Eastwoods Elementary. And when you get here, you're going to navigate to 4th grade. And then after you click 4th grade, you're going to click My Name. And then when you get to this page, you'll see that there are already some resources here that are available for the public to use. So there's no copyrights on these. We're allowed to use these and put them up for everybody to see. But you'll notice, and this, I'm going to maybe rename this, but this is just information about homework and how it works in my classroom. But you'll notice you don't see the Home Connections page yet. And that's because it needs to be password protected. The company that we use that runs the Bridges program asks us to put everything behind a password so that it's protected. So how do I get access to that? It's really simple. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up here to sign in. So hopefully you've already registered your account. We're going to click sign in. You'll see my stuff auto-populates, but you're going to use your own username and your own password. Go ahead and sign in. And then the one thing I don't like about this is it spits you back to the home page. So I'd actually sign in first, then go to my page. But I wanted to show you what it would look like if you weren't signed in, so you weren't like, what's going on? So you're going to click 4th grade. Again, you're going to click my name again. And then you'll see down here it says Home Connections Access, and that's because you're logged in up here. So once you click Home Connections Access, you'll see the home connections that you need that your students can download. While we're here, there are some other resources over here on the tab that you can access. The one that I'm going to pinpoint you to the most is this Bridges Math tab, and there are games and student tools that your kids can use to work on extra materials, or if they want to practice a certain skill or something like that. All of these games are wonderful to help them with that kind of stuff while they're at home. And there is also extra math practice in case you're looking for something else to do. Your students can do Khan Academy. I've kind of linked how you would set this up for them. They can also work on extra math. Extra math is really only good for fact practice, so just basic addition, multiplication, subtraction, division practice. But if your child needs that, it's a great website to use. And then something that's not linked on here yet, but it will be, is Prodigy. And if you ask your kids what Prodigy is, they know what it is, they'll tell you what it is, and they know how to log into that one as well. But I'll link it here too, and I'll get that done tonight actually. So these are all the resources that you can get. Again, if you don't see this Home Connections tab, it's because you're not logged in to the Hudson website. It's free to do it. So you can log in, you can make one for your spouse, you can even make one for your kids, I think. Actually, maybe not, because it asks for your birthday. But you can make a family account and share it with them, and then they can get access that way. So there's 2 ways to get access to the Home Connections materials with Hudson. One is through my website, as long as you're signed in to the Hudson homepage, and then the other one is through your child's Google Classroom. And again, all of your children know how to log into their Google Classroom. They do it almost every day, and they are pros at it. If you ever have any questions, or if anything is ever confusing to you, please do not hesitate to contact me. My information is right here on the screen. You can either call me using this extension, or you can email me at sivertm.hudson.edu, and I will be happy to respond. Thank you so much, and I hope that this helps you address this and makes your life easier as a parent.